I'm going to the world's weirdest stores, like shops filled with giant robot dinosaurs and robo chickens, strange looking stores with live bears inside, goats on their rooftops, and places where you can buy products that shouldn't even be for sale. Starting at the world's most unusual dollar store. That's our first store's actual name, and you can tell why once you get inside. Because there are thousands of tiny statues filling the shelves.
He looks kind of angry.
But they also sell these packets filled with tiny heads for $2.
One of the largest glasses I've ever seen for $8.
And I think I'll be getting that because the only rule in this video is that I have to buy the weirdest item I can find from every store. And that's not going to be easy because in this video, we're going to some of the weirdest stores on the planet. And we're off to a great start because the store also sells tiny puppies and shoes, those wet floor signs you always see at the airport, this skeleton staff for $10, and
Oh, I need one of these.
a really messed up Captain America baby.
I don't think he's doing too well. He'll be all right.
What's crazy is this is just the first of many weird stores we're going to in this video. We'll be traveling around the world to find places with the weirdest things for sale. But first, this is Three Bears General Store. Apparently, inside are real, living black bears. And once you're inside, you'll see a giant gift shop filled with random bear-related products you can buy. Like this bear in a bathtub.
A toilet paper holder bear.
A bear lamp for $95.
And of course, there are signs everywhere in here advertising they're real black bears.
I can't believe there are actually bears in this store. There are garden gnomes for $22. Do you want a garden gnome?
No, I have you and you're free.
There's even a really large garden gnome that originally cost $250.
There are many types of weird bags you can buy for $40.
Where are the bears?
Luckily, they're not too hard to find if you just follow the signs.
Just 2 adults, please.
$7.86.
All right.
Then you just have to open up this door, take a few steps, and look down. And right away, we noticed the bears fighting.
Oh, I feel bad for them. They're so cute.
And while they don't have that much space, at least they have this little waterfall. And I guess you can even buy bear treats and drop it through this tube to feed them. Or you can walk down these stairs to get closer to them. And while it's really cool to get to see them this close, I feel like they might be happier in the wild. But back inside,
There's a lot of options when it comes to the weirdest thing they sell.
What the?
we found these robotic elf legs for only $25.
Probably because half its body's missing.
This really creepy elf toy, a bear toilet brush, and the product I knew I had to buy, a statue of a bear on a toilet.
Justice, please. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
But next we're going to a place that some have called the weirdest restaurant in the world.
When you drive up, you see the craziest outside of any restaurant ever.
But that's just the start because once you get inside, you'll find robot chickens staring at you from every direction. We were handed our menu and then suddenly all the chickens in the restaurant woke up to start singing a song. Because the idea is that here at Frizzle Chicken Cafe, you can never be bored while eating lunch. That's why they have the army of singing chickens to entertain all their guests all day. Although it might be a little strange if you come here without knowing about the robot chickens.
Imagine trying to have a really serious conversation, and then it goes.
You definitely won't find any other restaurant on the planet like this. And the chickens are mostly good singers except for this one.
What the?
I have a newfound respect for chicken. That's why it's nowhere on my plate.
But it was on mine. I got the chicken and waffles and it was very good.
That was amazing.
Bark, 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 bark.
How's my impression?
Sound like a rejected Muppet.
But whoever came up with the idea for our next store was definitely creative. Welcome to Goats on the Roof, which is exactly what it sounds like, a store that happens to have goats on the roof. I'm as confused as you are. There's also an entire roller coaster that goes around the store. And before you walk inside, you'll find this bike that lets you feed the goats on the roof. Just pour some goat food into this cup, and when you start pedaling, it'll slowly get pushed up until the goats are eating it. The only problem is these goats can be aggressive and will basically compete with each other for the food.
You know, I've been to a lot of weird stores. This might be the strangest. There are randomly dinosaurs everywhere.
A life-size Bigfoot statue for sale. And we're just getting started because once you go inside, you'll find
Tiny goats for $15.
a goat statue for $33, sweaters for goat lovers,
Really cool rubber chickens. There's an entire wall of giant shoes, giant Jordans, giant Converses, and they have a really cool employee.
because instead of humans or goats behind the front desk, I only found this dog.
Do you work here? But I need to find something truly weird.
And that's when I found this, a giant capybara that claims to scream for 45 seconds straight if you hug it.
Just this place.
And trust me, it won't go to waste because I had a feeling I knew exactly who would love this toy. Although I'm not really sure if Tony loves it or is scared of it.
Our next store is apparently one of the creepiest in the world.
It pretty much looks like any normal store from the outside, but the first thing you see on the inside is this goat with a creepy doll on his back. Like, I'm not sure if this is for sale or what, but of course that's just the beginning of the store because they also sell random animal skulls, like this tiny one for $45. Many random old toys and clowns that are definitely not haunted. There's a real buffalo head for $3,000 and this two-headed lamb for $2,500. So it seems to me like a lot of the stuff here is either haunted or way too expensive. Like, there are these necklaces for sale with heads on them and this claw thing that I guess came from an animal.
What is that?
But they also have plenty of random specimens in jars you can buy. There are preserved snapping turtle claws, realistic masks for $400, evil looking night lights, and $25 rattlesnake fangs.
I definitely don't want to get something that will haunt me, so
I think I found one thing I could buy that should be free of ghosts.
I think we'll be safe with Santa. He's playing the drums. Just kidding, Santa. Mission accomplished. Santa here definitely won't give me nightmares. At least I hope.
But next we're heading to a robot restaurant that actually takes you back in time. It's called the T-Rex Cafe.
It's a normal restaurant, apparently filled with robot dinosaurs.
And as soon as you walk in, you'll see what might be the largest dinosaur robot on the entire planet. And because this restaurant is massive, it's filled with a ton of random dinosaur robots, although some do look a little more realistic than others. And I'll be eating right under this giant octopus at this aquarium bar. And immediately by looking at the menu, I knew there was one thing I had to order.
What do you want to try?
Could I do the New York strip in medium, the blue raspberry T-Rex cup?
Of course, I got a Slurpee. And the steak, which were really good until it felt like the entire restaurant was shaking. Because about every 20 minutes or so, there's an entire meteor shower show where all the robots come alive and start roaring.
I feel like I'm on another planet. Or time period.
So obviously there's a gift shop too. They sell a dino car for $20, this little guy for $15.
A shirt that says Coffeeosaurus.
They even have a real fossil in the store, 600 million years old. But what really caught my eye was this dino chicken nugget pillow. But we've got to say goodbye to these dinosaurs because over in Japan, I found a store filled with these tiny puppies inside of glass boxes. Yep, it's a puppy store. They have a lot of options to choose from and they range in price up to a few $1,000s.
I cannot believe places like this even exist.
Stores like these are really controversial in Japan because they don't offer the best environment for the dogs. But of course they're really cute, like this little Shiba Inu they're selling for $1,000. There's even a little golden retriever that costs $1,300. I just can't help but feel really bad for these guys. Like, this dog was clearly really itchy. And they also have really tiny puppies here, like this little one that I think is selling for $300. There are a few really small ones sleeping and others with a ton of energy. I think this one was even trying to escape.
I feel so sad for these puppies.
So I had to get out of there, and luckily I found this little machine. You just put in a few dollars in coins and watch this tiny little robot go back into this temple. After a few seconds, she came right back out with my own personal fortune. I was really curious to learn what I had in store for my future.
It gives you your fortune in every language.
Mine just said,
Money comes in but goes out at the same time. Be careful. Be cautious of losing stuff on your trip. Keep valuables handy anytime.
pretty sure it just threatened me. But over in Dubai, you can visit the Green Planet, which is basically an entire zoo inside of a building. Inside is the world's largest artificial tree, and tons of animals you can look at, like tropical birds. I even found this pink parrot chilling on a vending machine. But there are also bear cats chilling in the tree. There are monkeys like lemurs. And I even found my favorite restaurant in the world, the Rainforest Cafe.
No way. It's an all-time classic.
Because you're brought inside to a restaurant that makes you feel like you're in the jungle, filled with robotic animals. For some reason, I was the only one in the entire restaurant, other than the strange monkeys staring at me.
When you're hungry and bored, nothing beats the Rainforest Cafe.
My table was put right in front of this giant gorilla statue, who seems to move every couple seconds or so.
Can I have the chicken tenders and the strawberry lemonade? Thank you.
But just like the T-Rex Cafe, every 20 minutes or so, the robots really come alive and there's a thunderstorm show. Although I'm pretty sure the gorilla can only move its arm and its head.
The face of a legend.
I mean, it looks kind of real. But my chicken tenders are here, so it's best we eat up. In Dubai, I also found a giant llama that was for sale, which looking back, maybe I should have bought considering the rules of this video. But I have to thank Holofly, the sponsor of this video, for even making this possible. Holofly makes arriving in a new country totally easy. When you travel, you just have to open up the app, choose the country that you're traveling to, enter in how many days you're gonna be there, and then you'll have unlimited data up to 5G speeds no matter where you go in that country. They even have regional and global options so you can stay connected no matter where you go. You even have hotspot capabilities so you can connect your laptop to the internet. So as someone who travels for a living, it's just really easy for me to recommend a company that I use myself. Before I knew about how easy eSIMs are, I would literally land in a country and be completely confused. You have to figure out how to get around and get to your hotel. So it's so nice to just instantly be connected on my phone and be able to use Google Maps. And with Holofly, it's literally as easy as downloading an app. You get to keep the same phone number so you never lose your contacts. They have 24/7 support in case you have any questions. And they even have a flexible refund policy for up to 6 months. So make sure you consider Holofly for your next trip. Plus, there are over 200 destinations where you'll get unlimited data. And it's just super reliable. With Holofly, I've been able to stay connected even when taking a taxi through back roads. It's really nice to be able to watch YouTube even when you're at a random hotel in the jungle. So use code DREWDOES to save 5% off. You can also click the link below. But on to our next store. Anyways, back in Tennessee, you can go to this store with a giant shark out front. Next up, this store is literally called Live Sharks. I don't think I have to explain anything else. I guess they're also giving away free hermit crabs if you buy a cage. So I'm really not sure what to expect here. But as soon as you walk in the store through the shark's mouth, you'll find a giant tourist shop with just one exception.
Oh, there they are.
There's just a medium-sized aquarium in the back of the store with an eel in it and this little guy. I guess this is their live shark.
He looks a little tired. You okay, buddy?
When I first saw him, I guess he was just resting in this corner, but I looked away for a second and he woke up. He doesn't have a ton of room to swim, but I guess he can get a little workout in. You know, this is definitely not what I imagined from a store that advertises live sharks. Poor shark has no idea he's living in Tennessee. He thinks he's living in the ocean, but he's really in a strip mall surrounded by touristy shirts. They also sell rainbow balls, really cool sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
And tiny sharks in these blue jars, which kind of seems messed up considering the store we're in. You can buy these dinosaur gloves. And there are even tons of hermit crabs like they were advertising outside.
They're not even really moving.
Technically, the hermit crabs are free if you buy a cage for them. But the whole time I was there, I didn't even see one move. So I just bought my cool glasses. Honestly, that was kind of sad. The shark did not have that much space. It wasn't really moving. Luckily, the next store will brighten the mood and might have the world's most artistic robot inside. This is the Crayola factory. Crayola is obviously famous for making every crayon and marker I've ever used since I was a little kid. Right when you walk in, you'll come face to face to the world's largest crayon. Its name is Bluetiful and weighs as much as a car. There's also a ton of crazy tech to play with too. There's a giant camera that lets you transform into your own coloring book page. You just sit in front of it, take a picture, and then it'll print you out a page to color.
Guys, Drew's making a really scary picture. I don't know if I like it.
Next to the cartoon creator, it's a bunch of robots that you just take a selfie for, and then the robots will literally draw a picture of you with a marker.
It's so spot on.
That's so cool.
That's like your self-portrait.
But of course, you can also just make your own crayon. Just pick a color and an emoji and a name for your color. I did orange door hinge. And then of course, it just prints out your very own crayon. But Sam's crayon was definitely the best. But we can't leave until we buy the weirdest item here.
This is a really cool store.
What is that?
Exactly.
$35? What even is that? Check out this wall. There's a massive wall with thousands of markers. After filling up a crayon tin, you can also get a crayon mug, crayon clay, a crayon soccer ball, crayon chocolate, even a marker Beyblade. What'd you think?
Really fun, actually.
So Florida's known for having amazing theme parks like Disney World and Universal, but there's also Gatorland. Oh yeah, I'm so excited for this. This place lives up to the name because right when you walk in,
Oh my.
immediately the first thing you see when you walk in are like 100 baby alligators all living together. I think a lot of them are looking right at me. I hope they're not hungry. What's crazy is apparently these are the smallest alligators in Gatorland. As you walk further into Gatorland, they start getting bigger and bigger. But inside here are the world's rarest alligators, which are actually completely white. His name is Trezos, and I guess it's his nap time. But you can even walk around the whole park and feed any alligator you see.
Hello. Can I just have one bag, please?
They give you the gator snacks in these tiny paper bags, and somehow the gators know the difference between what's food and what's a friend.
Bird is standing on the back of an alligator. That's insane.
But there should be even more surprises in the gift shop.
Apparently it's an award-winning gift shop. Let's see what that means.
Inside, you're hit with everything gator. Obviously, there are tons of gator heads for sale. Cool gator t-shirts. The Tarmogator, Darth Gator. Don't mess with the gators. You can buy a super jumbo gator for $361.99. And there's a ton of gator toys. Gator plushies, fancy gators, gator hats, and even more live gators to look at. And surprisingly, a lot of stuff in here is super expensive.
That little gator statue is almost $500. This is crazy.
So luckily I found this gator with light up eyes.
Mission accomplished.
But for some reason, Orlando is filled with shops that just look ridiculous on the outside. Welcome to the giant Mermaid gift shop. It's a gift shop with the world's largest mermaid on the building. But as always, it's our job to find the weirdest thing they sell, so let's go inside. Once you're inside, you'll realize that this place is huge. There has to be thousands of items you can buy in here. First thing you see is a gator standing up, doing a little dance. I like it. There's an entire toy section with giant Spider-Man, a huge Pikachu. There are a ton of piggy banks you can buy for about $15 each. But the more you look, the stranger this place gets. Like, there's an entire Harry Potter section and a section of the store called Dinosaur Rampage. Like, dinosaur toys, dinosaur fossil. As always, there are plenty of hilarious t-shirts with crazy quotes on them. Uncle, the man, the myth, the bad influence. This is my happy face. But I wasn't convinced of what to buy until I went upstairs. First, there's about 100 suitcases. Up here, you'll also find Stitch if he was Elvis for Halloween. They're selling fish flops for about $10 each. There are crazy sunglasses that make you look like your favorite character, like Mario, a Minion, or Joy from Inside Out. And that's when I found the weirdest item in the store. Life-size cardboard cutouts of famous characters. And they're even on sale. I know what I'm getting. I would definitely say this is mission accomplished. You definitely don't find something like this every day in a store. Pretty good price too. Now I just have to figure out how to get it in my car. This is Orange World, the world's largest orange. I came here a few years ago when they had just faced a really tough fire that burned down most of the inside. Brought it back now because apparently they've repaired everything. And inside of this giant orange is a really cool store. Inside is way more than I expected because other than oranges, they have alligator heads, alligator pencils, gator chocolate, can you tell we're in Florida? Astronaut food, and everything related to oranges, like orange jelly, orange hats, an orange stress ball, orange candy. They also sell fresh Florida-made orange juice. I just bought a cup because the gallons are super expensive, but it's easily the best cup of orange juice I've ever had in my entire life. The weirdest and coolest thing you can buy from Orange World is definitely your own orange tree. I think a navel orange is the classic, right?
Classic is the navel.
So I think I'll go with the navel. But our next store is actually kind of rare. This is the world's biggest scary store, Spirit Halloween. They sell everything related to Halloween. So while they're open, let's see what types of weird things they have. When you first walk in, you'll instantly be greeted by giant, scary robot animatronics. There are a ton of them, all ranging in size and price. Head Case Harry is $269.
She costs $300.
Here's one for $330. They're all designed to scare trick-or-treaters when they walk up to your house. Some have heads that can rotate. Some tell you something scary. And some try to jump scare you. By far the craziest and maybe the most expensive robot they sell is this one. A scarecrow that looks not very intimidating until you walk up to it, at which point it'll jump 10 feet into the sky. But it didn't scare me at all. I wasn't fazed. But of course, Spirit is a massive store, and it's typically where people will go to buy their costumes. So they sell all types of different masks, weapons, and a lot of costumes that are just hilarious. You can make it look like you're being abducted by an alien. You could dress up as a giant Cheeto, or as a painting. You could just be nothing for Halloween. But the biggest thing in the entire store, and probably the weirdest item you can buy there, is this. A massive life-size Squid Game robot. It's huge. But for whatever reason, the one in this store just wasn't working. But you can see online, it typically looks like this. But the robots were definitely the weirdest items you could buy from Spirit Halloween. So luckily there was one I could take home. This. It's a $50 robot spider. It's 50% off, and now it's mine. But this chocolate store is surprisingly advanced.
The world's largest M&M store.
There are larger than life-size M&Ms out front, and the inside will blow you away.
Oh, this is huge.
Right in the back of the store is the world's largest wall of M&Ms. There are millions of pieces of chocolate candy on this wall. So you can just grab a cup, fill it up with whatever M&Ms you want, and then pay for the size of cup you got. The only problem is even the smallest cup costs over $20. But you can also buy M&M golf balls, a bottle filled with chocolate, an M&M's purse, or this dispenser for your kitchen.
There are M&M's shoes for $23.
But what makes the store special is they have unique computers that allow you to make your own M&M. You can upload your favorite picture, so I used a picture of my dog Tony. You just draw a circle around his face, and in no time they'll literally print your M&Ms with this machine. And they're all yours for about 30 bucks. Okay, kind of looks like Tony. I mean, it's really small, but it kind of looks like his face. Tastes good. But back in Tennessee, you'll find the world's weirdest museum. Now, this might be the most random museum we've ever been to. It's the Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum. It's exactly what you think it is. A museum filled with weird salt and pepper shakers.
Wow, they really have everything here.
Like, they have the largest salt shaker I've ever seen. Tons of random vegetables as salt shakers, rocket chips, the moon, and even these creepy little people that can help season your food.
This is so random.
They have frogs and even Egyptian artifacts you can use while cooking.
This is the coolest museum I've ever been to. It's not even close.
I guess it all started as this woman Andrea's collection, and eventually became a store and a museum. But the most important room in this place is the vault, filled with their most valuable salt shakers.
This one's from
1877. They have gold salt and pepper shakers.
And I don't even want to know how much these are worth.
Whoa, they have a salt shaker for every state.
A complete map of the USA, even Hawaii.
And of course they have a gift shop too.
He's so cool. He's got his own motorcycle.
But we bought these dog salt shakers that actually worked really well. But back in Orlando, there's a place where you can buy almost anything you can imagine. It's a massive property with hallways packed with weird products. This is Renninger's Market, which is filled with thousands of the most random shops you could imagine. One of them is the Super Deal Dollar Store, which sells open signs you see on restaurants, Hello Kitty watches for $6, Cool Police biker toys for $10, and a Labubu telephone. In the market, I found stores selling super large plushies, large metal rhino statues, and even an entire pet shop. I guess you can buy this parakeet for $40.
Baby bunnies are $45.
These mice are as cheap as $6. Yeah, there's no way. And in the back of the shop is this snake that's not even for sale.
He was basically born without an equilibrium.
Wow. What's his name? Prosciutto?
Prosciutto,
That's
yeah.
such a cute name.
Normally I would never get this close to a snake, but prosciutto was pretty cool.
Thank you so much. And in the back, there are plenty of people just selling random items from their home.
Like, I guess this silver elephant is for sale, and this silver dog can be yours for about 350 bucks.
And the most expensive thing you can buy here is an entire car. It's like a super golf cart for about $10,000.
But I really got excited when I found someone selling a life-size Ninja Turtle, a robot dinosaur,
There's an entire pirate ship for sale. It's pretty large.
and my holy grail, robot skeleton violin players.
No way. Do these skeletons, do they actually play music?
Oh yeah, they play.
Really?
You want it? Yeah.
Yeah, is it possible to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
This awesome lady quickly got to work, and then suddenly they were playing.
And they play Spanish, French, and English.
Wow. Mission accomplished. I don't think I'll find anything weirder than robot skeleton violin players.
You know, I'm not sure where she found these or why anyone would buy them, but I am so happy to be their new owner.
Oh yeah. Best purchase of my life, no question.